Hello, I'm Rachel with Rachel's Wig Reform, and I have a cute little pixie cut wig for you today. This wig I purchased with my own funds. It's also available at Wig Studio One. It is by Jon Renau. She is called Gabrielle, and it is in the color 101F48T, or other known as Martini. Now, what I love about this wig is she is a fully hand-tied cap. She is a full lace front, full monofilament top, and everything in the cap is 100% hand-tied. This is your top of the line wig cap. So these are amazing, but you're also going to pay more money for them also. But I absolutely love this style of cap. Now the color is brand new for me, the color Martini. I'm going to go ahead and put her on here real quick. I usually get a rooted color, and Martini is not rooted. And also, when you look under the color wheels, she's actually labeled under grays. So this is actually considered a gray color wig. And I've never ordered a gray wig before, but I'm kind of liking her. Now, putting this wig on, this is where my name Rachel's Wig Reform comes from, because when I'm looking at this wig, this needs some work. I am going to actually cut this and thin it out right here for you on this video. Now, when I'm looking at this right now, this is cute, but it's a little too mushroom-y for me. This gives me the impression that I wear my hair short, but I'm due to go in and get this texturized, thinned out, and cut up a little bit. Now, what's nice about the wigs is once you do that, you don't have to do it again. You're set to go. You don't have to maintain the color, and you don't have to maintain the cut. So when I'm looking at this, this just seems a little thick and heavy right through here for me. I would like this to just be just a little wispier, a little more texturized in it. Right in here, just a little thick. Show you the back, side. And there's a couple little spots up in here that the edges of the layers could just come off just a little bit to give it just a little more movement. So what I'm going to be using here today is my thinning shears. These are a completely different shear than the scissors you're going to cut with. Please make sure that when you are about to thin a piece of your wig, you're not accidentally grabbing your scissors. It could be disastrous. So the first thing I'm going to start with is I want to take some of the edge of this layer off. Now, I've never cut a wig while videoing before, so please bear with me. So just this little bit of wispiness right there, I'm going to go in. I have a mirror up here that I can see a little bit better in. I'm just going to kind of clip those edges off. Nothing major, just a little bit in there. I'm going to do a little bit more across the back here too, because this layer just seems a little heavy for me. So I'm just going to go in, see how it's just not really even an even. Sorry, geez, I can't really, trying to see while doing this. This is new experience for me, cutting through my camera. So again, I'm going to bring this up right here, and just that little bit. Oh, let me find it. I'm just going to clip those edges, and you can see I'm not even doing like a straight across cut. I'm just kind of edging it in there. So now right in here, this is where it feels kind of thick to me. And I want that just to be a little wispier. So now I'm taking my thinning shears and I'm just going to go in, and I'm not clipping all the way together. I'm just kind of giving it, you can hear it. And I'm just taking some of the bulk of that hair out. I'm not actually cutting it or layering it. I'm just taking some bulk out. And I'm just going to keep playing around with that until I get it how I want it to lay back there. So sometimes when you're doing this with the wig, it's going to feel like you're just thinning the heck out of it. But if it still feels too thick for you, I'm going to go in here and take a little bit out in here. If it feels too thick, just keep doing it. There's no right or wrong. It's to get it to work best for you. So right in here, I want to thin this out just a little bit. So I'm just going to take I'm just barely touching it, and there's no real like right and wrong way that I'm doing it. I'm just texturizing it. And I want it to start to get a little, you can see how that mushroomy, perfect look is starting to go away. I want to keep the length of my, just going to do a little more in here. Not really taking out a ton, just a little tiny bit at a time, because what I love about this wig too is there's not a lot of permatease in this, and it's basically because it's a fully hand-tied cap. So the hair is not like overly thick and crazy like some wigs can be. So it doesn't need much work to it to start to make it look. So right up in here, the bang area, I want this to like separate a little bit more. So I'm going to go in. I'm just going to texturize that just a little bit. You see how it's starting to get a little more fun, a little more crazy, if that's the style you're looking for. Okay, so this side back in here, I had the same issues. I just want to thin that out a little bit more. Again, I don't need to take a ton out of there, just a little at a time. And then down in here is where it feels thick. So I'm just going to pull it out, and I'm going to take my thinning shears in there and just thin a little at a time. That's starting out right in here. This is feeling a little bulky to me right here. So let me get this. You know, I'm going to take the edge of that layer off right there. If I can find it, of course. There we go. And then I'm going to take my thinning shears to it, just a little up in there, and thin it out just a touch. Yeah, that's starting to do what I want it to do. Now right here, this piece feels a little thick and heavy to me, so I'm just going to bring this forward and do a little thinning. Nothing major. See how that's starting to just changing the overall look. And I think I want a little bit more out in here. Let's see what what's going on right in here. I just keep playing with it until I find a spot where I'm like, that needs a little more work. And I'll just go in and do a little at a time. Okay, so this wig overall doesn't need a ton of work done to it. If you don't feel comfortable making these types of changes to your wigs or thinning them out, that's okay. Sometimes I'll even take my thinning shears to these up here at the top, and I'll just kind of, I can cut it with that too. And that will give it that more jagged edge instead of that straight across cut. But again, if this is something that you don't feel comfortable doing, this is a very easy cut for a hairstylist. So now I'm going to take my Jon Renau Peace Out Cream. Again, you don't need a lot of this. Make sure you get it rubbed in your hands really, really good. And then I just go in and I'm going to start messing this up just a little bit. And then what's really cute is if you take it and put it behind your ear on this side. Bring a little bit of hair forward right in here. And then really just get in there and mess that up in there. A short cut like this, it doesn't need to be perfect. In fact, sometimes the messier it is, the better it is. And you can manipulate these bangs however you want. They can come down into your face more. You can use the Peace Out cream and lift it up and move it away from your forehead more. Whatever works for you. I'm gonna want it to come down just a little messier for me. Okay, and then I'm just messing around with it, getting a little Peace Out cream in there. Hairspray, if you would like to add just a little more look to it, but just go in there and like make it so it gets separated and not that perfect overall look. And this has a great hairline too, by the way. I mean, look at that. This is what I mean by those full monofilament tops, and you can see your scalp coming through, and that looks like a natural hairline. And a lot of times I don't get that if I don't have a root in my wig. And this one, I feel like this is a color that I'll probably get again. So again, this is Gabrielle by Jon Renau. I purchased it with my own funds. It's available at wigstudio1.com. All the information will be in the description box. And again, this was right out of the box, put on. The only thing I did was change the part to the right side, textured it out a little bit, and made it work for me. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so at Rachel's Wig Reform. I will have plenty of new videos coming. I hope this helps and gives you some ideas on how you can style your wigs and how you can texturize and thin them out to help make them your own. So please subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you the next time.